We have just seen two brand new top-tier video generators hit the market, Dance 2.5 and Minimax H3, and honestly, the creative possibilities are completely wild. In this deep dive, I want to walk through what each of these tools can really do, push them with some gnarly real-world stress tests, and explore their pros and cons. We will also talk about pricing, where each model truly shines, and most importantly for creators, how a tool like Vizard fits into this workflow to solve those frustrating everyday problems. First off, the big win both of these models share is that they are entirely multimodal, meaning you do not have to rely on plain text prompts alone. You can feed them images, reference videos, or even audio files to serve as anchors for your generation, which unlocks creative workflows we could only dream of a few years ago. Features like green screen swapping, replacing characters, changing complex lighting, or adjusting camera angles have effectively become table stakes for both of these powerful engines. But I wanted to push them beyond simple, pretty demos and into the harder, practical challenges that professional creators actually care about on a daily basis. Fight scenes and high-action choreography are the ultimate stress test, so I ran a pipeline that takes rough 3D animation and adds 2 character reference images to turn it into a cinematic temple fight. On Lumina, Dance 2.5 handled this 13-second reference really well, keeping character details consistent while ensuring the physical motion looked natural and flowed perfectly. There was a surprising close-up in the middle that was not in my original reference, but it added a nice creative flourish without sacrificing the timing or the continuity. Minimax H3, on the other hand, really struggled to follow that 3D reference, with noticeable noise and artifacts creeping into the fight sequences. The motion was significantly less faithful to the input, so if you are creating intense action with precise choreography, Dance is currently the clear winner. If you are looking to create the 3D skeletons or animations to feed into these models, platforms like Mixamo are still your best free stop for high-quality motion clips. Nvidia's Arty is also a fantastic resource for generating text-driven animations, which are incredibly handy for your initial prototyping phase. But remember, even with brilliant generators, you often end up with long-form outputs that need to be carefully diced into platform-ready viral-style posts. Next, let's talk about instruction following, where I threw them the Pixar princess chased by dragon test, a scene packed with specific micro-actions. From a sparkling dress to a glowing-eyed dragon and swinging on a vine to landing in a rolling bathtub, I wanted to see how well they could track complex instructions. Dance's killer feature here is duration, supporting up to 30 seconds of video, which allowed it to capture virtually every single beat from my prompt. Minimax only allows up to 15 seconds, so it had to heavily compress the narrative and, unfortunately, dropped a couple of the specific story bits I requested. Both perform well, but if you want to portray a longer, more detailed sequence directly from a single prompt, Dance's longer clip length gives it a distinct advantage. Another practical pipeline involves turning rough sketch animations into fully colored, production-ready clips, which is great for pre-visualization. I fed both models a rough storyboard of a sorceress versus a rock golem, and Dance produced a much cleaner, more polished final coloring pass. Minimax preserved more of the original sketchiness, which might be a desirable aesthetic, but for a studio-ready look, Dance pulls ahead. Commercials and motion graphics are another vital test for small studios, and both models proved to be very competent at creating ads with voiceovers. Whether it was a luxury handbag ad or an app promo using UI screenshots and logos, both delivered crisp compositions and natural voice cadences. However, Minimax really shines when it comes to music-driven content where tight synchronization is everything. I uploaded a 15-second K-pop track and asked for fast cuts, and Minimax delivered buttery sync between the beats and the visual edits, which looked incredibly professional. If you are producing music videos or content where typographic chops and beat sync are top priorities, Minimax is absolutely the pick. I also ran a few edge case brain burners, like a violinist playing a complex Vivaldi solo to test musical knowledge and accurate finger motion. While Dance did a surprisingly realistic bowing motion, neither model could accurately render the complex math diagram of a right triangle or perfect geographic map overlays. These gaps show that conceptual math visuals and domain-specific gesture accuracy are still major hurdles for current AI models. Now, let's talk specs, because costs often dictate whether a tool can actually survive in your production pipeline. Dance 2.5 currently caps at 720p, though they have announced upcoming 4K support, and it is a powerful but definitely pricier option. Minimax H3, by contrast, runs 2K by default and is significantly more cost-effective, which makes it a very attractive option for frequent batch processing. They have even planned a quantized model for consumer hardware, meaning you might eventually be able to run it locally if you have the right GPU. So where does Vizard fit into all of this? The short answer is everywhere, because it bridges the gap between raw generation and platform-ready content. These models produce amazing masters, but you still need a way to turn those long pieces into dozens of snackable social posts. Vizard's core features handle this perfectly. It auto-edits viral clips by finding the best moments, schedules them, and manages your entire content calendar. Imagine you have just generated a 30-second cinematic fight scene. Vizard can automatically detect the punchy beats, crop it for vertical, and add captions for different platforms. It even allows you to tweak clips, pick alternate thumbnails, and adjust captions, meaning it respects your creative control rather than just automating blindly. Whether you choose Seed Dance for its character consistency or Minimax for its cost and resolution, you still need that distribution layer to make your content actually work. Vizard is the missing piece that turns your expensive one-off generative experiments into a consistent cross-platform campaign without extra human hours. If you want to try the workflow I used for this video, you can reference the project ID in the description to get a starting template for your own content. Wrapping up, these two generators are the best in the field right now, but they are not the full stack on their own. Use them to create your masters, and then use Vizard to multiply that effort into a full roster of high-performing clips. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns on how to make these new AI tools work for your actual business strategies.